In our first clip, we have a rather disturbing video from a Reddit user who recently moved into his new home. For the past few nights, he's been hearing strange noises, loud bangs, and what sounds like distant chanting coming from the next door. It usually goes on for 3 to 4 minutes before suddenly stopping. He says it doesn't happen every night, but at least 2 or 3 times a week, and always around midnight. So he decided to finally record it, and what he caught is truly unsettling. Listen closely. On October 2025, around 8 p.m., a woman's Ring camera captured something truly strange. She lives on a quiet dirt road, far from the city, surrounded only by farmland. There are barely any neighbors, and none of them have children. Yet, in the footage, a small figure can be seen running past her home. It looks like a child, no older than 5. You can even hear tiny footsteps and the dogs barking in alarm. But this isn't the first time something strange has happened here. This house is over 100 years old, and it carries a dark past. According to local stories, a woman was burned to death in the backyard when it was first built. During later renovations, several workers claimed to see her ghost wandering near the property. Some were so terrified they refused to finish their job. Take a look and decide for yourself. Paranormal activity has always been one of the strangest and hardest to explain phenomena. This is exactly what's happened to a Reddit user who works at a gas station with his father. One day, while he was cooking and his father was behind the register, he suddenly heard a loud thud. And what he saw next was truly bizarre. Take a look. Overall, he said they had been encountered a few more weird things in the store, like stuff falling over, heard voices, and saw shadows, but couldn't caught anything on camera. On an ordinary afternoon, a home security camera captured something similar to what we saw in the previous clip, but this time it happened inside the garage. A man was suddenly awakened by an unusual disturbance, and what the camera recorded that day left him questioning reality. If you didn't see it, locate your attention into the right side of the screen where a black computer chair with a metal frame got launched on the couch, which is by the way really heavy. So there is no case of faking or acting in this scene. And now, if you didn't freaking out yet enough, I have some clips for you where it's more needed you to focus and listen than just watching. First, we have a young man who has visited his family in Texas. They live in the woods and have literally nobody in the near of them. Volume up and listen closely. It sounded like a baby or a child crying near the area. Maybe there is probably a more reasonable explanation, but I think all of us can agree that this is kinda interesting. The other one is a bit more terrifying. The Reddit user Rachel Stevens once went to the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum, known simply as Tala. A sprawling 150-year-old psychiatric hospital where thousands of souls passed through its halls. Now she decided to go there for an overnight tour and investigate if there is any paranormal activity or it's just all marketing. Important part of this story is that she didn't had any paranormal investigation experience before. She didn't realize this video was recorded. So listen and decide what you're hearing.
I like how we assume that everyone got their own closet.
In this clip, a door security camera recorded in early September at 3 a.m. a questionable footage. The user who uploaded this video named it Weird Flying Something, which is a good title. This weird flying something suddenly appears from the camera's right side and dances around the perimeter of the deck. Honestly, I am speechless about what it is. Paranormal or not, it's disturbing. Another disturbing footage was captured in February by a man's home security camera placed at his backyard that has been recorded something strange. At first, it looks like a completely ordinary person walks by, but at the end, this something suddenly starts to fade away. This one is quite terrifying. A young man's iPhone recording captured one night at exactly 3:32 a.m. Something that left him, and also me, shocked for an entire afternoon. So, he has one of those sleep apps that records noises through the night because he talks while sleeping a lot. That night, when the recording was captured, he was sleeping alone with his dog and his laptop was in a different room. On the recording, we can hear his guitar playing, but his guitar is out of commission. Here you go, the recording. The theory of orbs are very colorful and there is many versions about the theory. But in short, orbs are conscious entities from a dimension layered over our own. They are here to observe and their sudden appearances are brief moments where their reality bleeds into ours. So the philosophy of the theme is really strange and beautiful at the same time. At the following clips, you can see something unusual and you can try to explain it, if you can. And lastly, we have a footage that started as any other completely usual pet videos, but in this one happens something that remains the cat and the owner in shock. Just watch.
Hey!
What the fuck?
The cat tries to relaxing with its owner on an afternoon, and right behind it, it's not clearly what exactly, but it just fell off to the top of the closet.